would seem the stone puppet has stopped. Have the wounded been tended to?
Yes, my lord.
Good. I trust you are prepared, Sovereign of Vermont.
Will it really be all right? I'm not about to be charred, am I?
Fear not. You are in no danger. The dragon shall be under my control when it appears. Come. Let us press onward.
Beg pardon but if you seek a bed and you've the coins, it's yours. No questions asked.
I have no issue falling asleep.
Quiet as a milk.
I'd rather not draw scale if I can avoid it.
What is it? Has something happened? You ought at least rest for the evening. There should be a spare bed in the lodgings yonder. Only don't go rushing off before you're ready. Take it from me. You're better off resting while you have the chance.
I'll not stick my head where it will get cut off.
We would be ill-advised to proceed without light.
Oh, very well. Back to your side I go. That looks like a mechanism to me. Ought we to activate it or let it be? The choice is yours, Arisen.
Your fate is ours to share, and whether ill or boon awaits, the experience shall be no less valuable to us.
Well now. I'm a lucky man. Thought I was waiting here for naught. But when someone finally does come along, 'tis you. I've always wanted a real fight with you. One-on-one. Here's my chance. You're not holding back on me, are you, Sir Arisen?
'Tis Sir Ragnar, Master. We've not heard a whisper of the man who parted ways at the cave. Yet there he stands.
Seems to desire about. We should have waited here. Best of luck to you.
It was a rotten life. I'm not sorry to see it end. At least I went out fighting.
You have bested Sir Ragnar, Master. A terrible feat. But we cannot revel in triumph. We must press on.
I suppose 'tis so?
You got me.
Yes, Master? You require assistance? Fret not. I'll make the pain go away. Hold on. Stay right...
Heed my call. Your will is mine to command. Curses. This arrival of the true Risen is most inopportune. Sovereign of Vermin, the ritual must not be disturbed. Let not the Arisen approach. You can manage that, I trust. Your efforts are for naught, Arisen. Now, simply watch as this world's hollow and fruitless order is remade by my hand. The ritual is complete. The dragon comes. Behold! The Royce Dragon! By my power, the dogma of dragons is unmade. You could ne'er understand, Arisen. We must all be freed from the vulgar order wherein the dragon's existence determines all.
Greetings, Arisen. Hast thou summoned the resolution to face me? Then answer me this. Why dost thou fight? Is it to reclaim thy flesh, thy stolen heart? Or is it to reclaim thy throne? I offer thee a choice. Grant unto me this life in my claws, and be gone from this place. Or stand and fight. Pitiable Arisen. The time for thou to make thy choice is come. Show me the path thou wouldst walk. Go, and thou shalt live to claim thy coveted throne. Fight and thy life is forfeit. Thou wilt face the dragon's dogma. The decision is thine to make. Wilt thou prove thyself? Intriguing. This then is thy will. Our parley is done. We must fulfill our charges. I, as the dragon, and thou as the arisen. Climb upon me. We shall depart for our true battlefield. Thou wishest to dismantle the world's will, just as I do. Yet dost thou know what awaiteth the world, should it meet such a fate? Would become a fleeting, fragile, vacuous thing, bereft of the cycle. Naught would be born into its save chaos, great and terrible. Surviving in such a world would be no simple matter. The world shall not change with my death, nor shall it change with thine. Consider the reason. How it is thou came to be. How have the once closed paths before they come to be cleared? Think well, Arisen, but rest not. I will know thine answer through the strength of thy will. Thou shalt cut a swathe through the false benevolence enshrouding this world. Arisen, pitiable soul tossed by the winds of fate. Wilt thou slay me, or be slain? I know not how this story endeth. For the outcome was determined in a time before reckoning. And yet arisen, born of a hapless faith though it may be. Perchance, 'tis thy will, and thine alone, couldst contest the great will of this world. Thou art too late. The hour is upon us. We must decide a victor, and in so doing, form a link in the chain that bindeth this wheel. Tell me, Arisen, what is thy desire? Is it to slay the dragon, thereby delivering the darkness? Dost thou only seek conflict with mighty foe?
Its breath will give you more than a blister, but time will dodge well.
Even our battle here was Thy will alone doth the world form a ring, an unending cycle. All is preordained, even my death at thine hands. Yet perhaps thy will is great enough to put an end to it.
Why do you pursue me, Arisen? You have fulfilled your charge, are you not satisfied? Seek you greater status? Perhaps to rule the world entire? It is power you desire, you need merely spy out the path.
The choice is thine, Arisen. By thy will alone can the course of the winds of fate be altered.
You would still resist your fate. Understand you the folly of such a decision. Even the beating of your reclaimed heart was born of the great will of this world. Yet you would abandon it. Everything in this world, all that you have come to know as reality, is the creation of the Great Will. Should that will be lost, no mortal being could survive. However, if regret yet assails your spirit, then perhaps you should reaffirm your choice. Witness with your own eyes, or through the eyes of another, the fate of this world.
Thou wishest to dismantle the world's will, just aside.
Stay away.
Pray. Turn back.
Leave now, while you can.
You have strayed, Arisen. And for what? Lest you forget. You have a world where you belong. There, you are to fell the great evil in your path and rule the people as their sovereign. For that is who you are. And it is my wish that you should live out that life of purpose. The time has come for you to return. Go. My children shall see you there safely.
Let us go home. Together.
To a world under your rightful rule.
To a world all your own.
This is your will? Then behold, a world unmerciful, bereft with benevolent hands that guides. You find it strange, but this is your world. The world to which you longed to return. Alas, if only you had chosen to become sovereign. At the end of your travails, you could have ruled over these lands in perpetual peace. Yet that world of limitless possibilities has ended. You stand now upon its remains. The vestiges of a world that could have been so much more. Innumerable wills have served to deliver this world from extinction time and time again. You alone have refused to carry out that great purpose. What you see before you is the consequence of your apathy. Behold. As it has failed to be chosen, and as 'twill ne'er be read, this world will soon cease to exist. In the blink of an eye, the sickle of oblivion will reap aught that you have known. I would advise you not to waste these last moments. Explore the remnants of this world while you can. Perhaps, in doing so, you shall come to see the truth, and know the wretchedness of a world unworthy of being chronicled. How shall you fare, I wonder? Will you endure in this world, abandoned and unprotected?
Since times of eld, dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of equipment. Remember, draconic blood flows through... Farewell.
In the seafloor shrine.
If this is indeed the world unbound, then perhaps we ought to seek out his wisdom.
This is a peaceful place. Perfect for meditation.
Would that I knew more of this world's...
Now, what could this mean?
Some skills can go.
Not much going on. Arisen. You yet live. I suspected as much, given that your pawn still remains. One might hypothesize that your pawn is sustained by your vital essence. Or perhaps something more. In any case, we ought to apprise one another of the situation. Is there aught you would know? Ah, yes. I trust it has not escaped your notice that the end of days is upon us. After you vanished, together with the Red Dragon, the seas rose to swallow the skies. 'Twas 'Twas perhaps a month from that evil day when a new calamity befell us. A host of dragons descended from the skies and fell upon the land with fang and claw. Luz the Oracle called upon me ere you arrived. As she tells it, Melve and its environs have already fallen prey to the beasts. 'Tis surely only a matter of time before the rest of the kingdom follows suit. I found the poor creature collapsed by the wayside near Batal. Recognizing your pawn, I decided to take the ailing thing into my custody. I thought it possible that the Arisen's pawn might hold the key to making sense of all this madness. Alas, try what I might, your pawn will not wake. Mayhap you will succeed where I could not. The pawn is, after all, yours to command. Indeed. Then I shall take my turn. In your absence, I had hoped your pawn might yield me some information. But as you have returned, I would hear the truth from your lips. Tell me, Arisen, what became of you this past month? So, following your plunge into the sea on the dragon's back, some mysterious presence reached out to you. Could that have been the World Forged? Yet why would such a being linger in those fathomless depths? I can only speculate, and speculate I shall. This ought to prove a fruitful avenue of investigation. For that, I thank you. Now, if you can find a way to end this interminable slumber, your pawn is, of course, free to rejoin you.
Oh, Master. How long I've slept. Far too long, it seems. But worry not. Now that I am awake, I shall follow wherever you lead.
Newfound strength courses through you. It's good to see.
They do say good things come to those who wait.
Shall save the world entire.
So you're here, are you? Now that I think of it, I do seem to recall Lord Phasus lamenting that he be reduced to aiding you. But it matters not. Both he and I are too rushed off our feet to care for such trivialities. We seek to devise some means of forestalling these dragons' attacks from above, you see. If you've an interest in helping us fight this battle, perhaps you will join us on Volcanic Island. 'Tis all the same, either way. This world needs no Arisen to save it. Such is Lord Phasus' creed and mine.
Must we come here again? Our capabilities have progressed beyond the challenges of this location, I should think.
No experience is entirely without value, but 'tis difficult to summon the enthusiasm when it repeats over much.
Why, I was just thinking I should like to see you.
Isn't there anything to do?
I see you cannot manage without me for a moment, Arisen.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of...
I've a selection of wares that's sure to leisure doing business with you.
Nothing caught your eye? Oh, that's a shame. Let's hope there's aught worth our coin next time.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Oft it seems that Vernworth wears a new face each time we visit it. We never quite know what awaits us here.
'Tis a city brimming with... I shall lead the charge!
Let us finish this and part this blood cloud dragon from the kingdom. The creature is defeated. Here's hoping this will be enough to forestall the Red Cloud's advance for a while. Could you come over here?
Osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum. Sinde fir areng.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum. Angudo telpe.
The sky glows
I fear
red
for the
with
arbor.
fury.
Yet to see
What
those
have we done to earn?
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Something very clear about that dragon.
Flee! Which means there's naught for it but to stand and fight.
Methinks the fiend felt that. Just a few more for good measure. able to climb upon it.
Fear not. 'Tis well in hand.
And we might not have to do this twice.
I shall lead the charge! You have in mind, Arisen?
Just nodded off for a moment there.
It appears we found a ballista.
'Tis a glad thing we happened upon this. 'Tis a surprise to behold yon statue again. I thought it destroyed.
If we can get it.
Go forth, Talos. May you strike down any dragon in your path.
It is a grand feat to command a construct so massive. I sense no hostility from it. Let us see what it aims to achieve ere we act against it.
statue drove the clouds away.
But now the statue is broken. The shame, really.
This was your doing, was it not? I'll not pretend to understand, but you have my gratitude all the same. 'Twas enough to give me hope of snatching this world from the jaws of ruin.
Truly, the strength of a mortal will ne'er ceases to amaze.
You seem distracted. Is aught amiss?
Perhaps you believe destruction to be my goal, that I seek to bring an end to this ill-begotten world. However, naught could be further from the truth. In this world, I exist only to observe, to read all that unfolds.
Arisen? Could it be that the world forged addresses you even now?
Well, well. 'Twould seem that this man is aware of my presence, if only in part.
I confess I know not what you are, nor do I care. Be you a transcendent being of a piece with the divine, or only an observer keeping watch on us from afar. Know this, you have no right to deem this world a mistake.
He bears a will strong and true. Had he but chosen a different path, he would have made a fine Arisen. Yet, there is no sense lamenting what might have been, for that title has lost all meaning. After all, what need is there for Arisen in a world coming apart at the seams?
You underestimate mortal kind at your peril. Mark my words. The day will come when I divine the truth of this world. And on that day, I shall free it from its yoke, from the burden of this loathsome dogma of dragons! Did my will matter? I will not be swayed in my course. Continue your fight, Arisen, as I will mine. Let it never be said that I wanted to the last. I shall...
Oh, there's something written here. Walking will only exhaust us ere we've reached our destination. What say we ride an ox cart instead?
Since as you say.
You saw the sky fall, I trust. I doubt you could have missed it. And wherever the sky falls, a dragon soon appears to lay waste to the land. Or so I had assumed, after what befell Melv. Yet aught here appears to be different. Has our ruin been forestalled, or merely postponed? I must examine that creature. It may well be the key to unraveling the origins of this cataclysm.
I can see where we need to go, but some fell power is blocking our way.
Many paths are closed to us now, on account of the dragon's descent, no doubt. But we must find a way to reach it.
Confound this obstruction. But I suppose I ought to have expected this. Answers were ne'er so easily won. Monsters! Summoned by that beast, no doubt.
You'll not live to regret this.
I'll gut you and feed you your entrails.
You!
Really? Excuse me?
Think you stand a chance?
My patience wears thin.
Let's not be too hasty now.
Let's see. You stand a chance.
Strength speaks for itself.
It seems this is the only way forward. Up we go. Enough dallying. Follow me. A fine welcome indeed. I can only hope that the worst is now behind us. Principles unproven are as dust on the wind.
I cannot stomach you a moment longer.
The beast's fell powers are twice as terrible in the flesh. Naught can be achieved without sacrifice.
Hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Understood. I shall halt my attack.
Alas, a theory unproven is of little practical use. There it is! The dragon at the heart of all this destruction.
arisen. And here we are, in the blink of an
I see you do not relent. Your persistence is most intriguing. What is it that impels you, I wonder? Alas, would that the world had not come to this, for I am certain that your tale would have been a glorious one. Yet, 'twas not to be. You need only cast your gaze upward to glimpse the futility of your defiance.
Of course. Now, 'tis common knowledge, as if to say, but does that not strike? Even if we are to...
No longer do I feel the probing gaze of the Watching One. Is this your doing, newest of the Arisen? I am he who brought the dragon low, and o'er its bones raised the proud kingdom of vermin. Despite the magnitude of my feat, I was dissatisfied and sought ere greater heights, till at last I ruled the world entire. Thus did I come to know of the Watching One, the being by whose many eyes and ears no one or thing in this world goes unobserved. As to the purpose with which they watch, I know not, yet I did divine one thing. This world has lain neath the Watching One's unwavering gaze ere the dawn of its history. I despaired at this discovery, for if all is but a stage, did that not render my hard-won glories, my throne astride the world, mere spectacles for the all-seeing eye to watch? Aye, 'twas all a farce. And I, the fool, exulting in my wooden crown. Do you understand, newest of the Arisen? This is why I sought to fell the Watching One. Alas, though I cut down all who seemed false, be they man or woman, human or beastman, young or old, I did not succeed. Indeed, my efforts led only to my own ruin. I was dubbed the Mad Sovereign, and by the hand of the new Arisen, consigned to this place forevermore. Yet, I can only assume that you have achieved what I could not. How else to explain the changes I sense in the world? Ah,
what bitter gall that I cannot witness the outcome for myself. Falter not, newest of the arisen. For your path is just, and fading spirit though I am, I may yet summon those who can be of aid to you.
I see you have returned, Arisen One. The Mad Sovereign has called, and so we answer. If you would save the people of this world from ruin, lead them here, for this place may chance to escape the coming destruction.
Making this a place of refuge is a splendid idea. It is safe, and apt to become quite cheerful once a crowd settles in.
Since times of... Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser... drakes as well.
Is such fun.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
These are troubled times, but rest assured, our doors shall remain much obliged.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Your Majesty, how glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world. Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melf. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we and the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melf, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your Majesty would do better to ask this of the regentkin. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was altered, His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
'Tis admirable how Regentkin Sven has taken up command of the kingdom. We would be remiss not to offer him our aid.
'Tis easily done.
I quite like it.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I fear that my position permits me to entertain her fancy no longer. I must put the needs of the common folk before her selfish whims. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate, and I would fain welcome your assistance. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health. Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, far be it from me to deny you, but I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son. So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy. What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards, help me!
You have brought Mother to me, I see. My thanks, friend. You have done me a great service.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her. I know not what to make of this.
What's to be done about this?
Mayhap I'll come here when I'm a day to myself.
Still waiting on that report.
I shall suffer none to disturb this peace.
Push.
My days were so tranquil.
What must needs...
Be done. None to disturb this peace. I swear I've not blinked once in the last hour. Got to focus.
Stomach's complaining.
It's had rowdy. I shan't complain.
As long as I get my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. His Grace is welcome to them.
We have charted the op...
Let us guide the people to the seafloor shrine.
The red clouds seem to be less abundant thereabouts. We shall wait here till your business is done.
I swear I've not blinked once in the last hour. Is aught amiss here amongst?
Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. But in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wished to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided. Had I only been more attentive, if I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together, we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
My thanks. The throne and its powers hold.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm your... to come...
Will you not miss my company once...
An unexpected reunion.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
My friend, how glad I am to see you yet live. When word reached me of your uncanny disappearance, I admit I feared the worst. What has become of this world? Our people fear for the future. We cannot be sure we will be safe here, yet this place is all we know. You think we need to evacuate? I see. And you know of a place where we might find refuge? I should gladly follow you, but I fear my father will not be so easily persuaded. Nonetheless, we can but try. Come.
As arborist, Sir Taliesin is the leader of the elven people. Let us follow our guide that we might speak with him.
It is no great shock to me.
Etela el kana el kemenhum. Etela el dalia nunwe el one fanum nandawin le karen. Bronde minita kana el kemenhum.
Sono oio luntarma.
Follow me.
Findelnar. Ne veo norwende lis kemen. Moriven lis erumar meltol netara.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Nun mor arta her. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne. I avstir lalastar.
Mornambwe roth enfane alvasil mines fana. Nevea tara morivin. Lis fa aldakar kemen rose oi andil. Kemen rose elame mor orne arenka liasu. Li arranca su morivin. Lia morivin unduiroth mine falis ne kenalien martir. Palan venis in heranon elvisoronne eruor.
Nun lis amanda kill angadur fenon.
Kemen rose andil soron russa ne karilm il rato. Ne chiamenran en firiav la sestir. Eame via angamar en aldaia. Moretele erando morivun telume.
Findalnar, morivin les charmenan? Nefa oyo sur. Airando vanitol manantar. Minas va...
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Ane martir tindome ingarina fa alme alcarwa. Et aler lea fermor eldalia eralope. Sorne an fameltol. Vanalin hyror soron. Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arta her firnis. Nun is amanda kill anga.
Only time will tell whether the cutting shall take root. For now, let us make for the seafloor shrine.
Fear not, 'tis well in hand.
We've made it there.
Of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Since time... Remember. Draconic blood...
Then I bid ye farewell.
The Mads, it could prove the last bastion of hope for the Palace. The coming destruction can only truly be forestalled if 'tis sundered at its heart.
Since times of ed... Remember. Draconic...
Then I bid ye farewell.
As we walked, one in despair and one for fear, yet you hold fast to your...
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side.
Well, here...
Well met.
Looking to make a purchase? Much obliged, sir.
It is most exhilarating to hand over such a sum.
Valis Harenon, Hailana Fe in Mine.
Isolod Fanum, Nandawin Lekara.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne artaher firnis. Eidalia anandor. Nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor anendune falumtena?
Nenamboe javstir uru findelnar. Liateren ayale. Kemen ros urun leteren, ne romen anartelpe minasfana. Nun kemen ros osto luin eldalia, ne kemen vea alcarua.
Luintarme kinalen meltol, parante lume anlis. Ne kemen kayayinju nun sil. Ne melto linkan aldacar an fir nun fiamor. Morivin paran vanis tiel?
Palan hjarmenran, lis fa arnefane. Artehar lis manasvana fui numen alekan. Elorato ala, nun mor artaher. Firnis an erumar isilrod eteller. Lera Ayatena. Nenwen mor Iwanon. Alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur Karilm. Iavstir Lalastar. Nun Falasmir Magananon. Anamorlis Turkulion.
I thank you, friend. It would be no exaggeration to say that you have saved my people.
Your fight continues, does it not? Be well, and come back safe.
How might I be of service?
You've pushed your luck too far. I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarrelling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it.
Well met, sir.
Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas. The people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes, and should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
'Tis no mere tavern brawl we are to mediate, Master. Due caution.
You're the one who started this.
That's it. How dare you? Haven't you had enough yet? You've pushed your luck too far. Haven't you had enough yet? You're the one who started this.
Stop this nonsense, the pair of you!
How dare you!
You've got them right.
Haven't you had enough yet? You're the one who started this.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This is between us.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
I'll not stand for this. Steel yourself.
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you can just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll set our squabble aside for today, so bother us no more.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. Yes, Master? You require assistance?
You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
Arisen. I should have expected you may yet linger here.
Oi! I saw it first. Phew. Trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into it. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
Aye, clear off. Pretty words shan't fill our bellies.
You've pushed your...
That's quite enough.
No more!
That's not happening. That's it. I've had enough.
I better get to work.
I'll not take that from you.
Stop that!
Oi, you trying to nick our dinner?
Aye, you'd better run.
There must be some way out of
yourself.
this. Rather strange.
And drop.
Not on your life. I shan't forget this slight. I will protect you.
Fire that! We're done for. I ne'er stood a chance.
There's some way out of this.
I believe in you.
Wonder if there's any.
Look around if you
I'll sleep like a
want. But be sure to buy.
Spend all day here.
You're just riding on your father's coattails!
You slander my honor, sir! I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Nabra, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? This knave dared to slight my honor. He said my swordsmanship was hardly fit to wound a training dummy. The bloody nerve of him.
And I'd say it again. 'Twas your dear father's patronage that made—
You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further. Come, Scario. Prepare yourself.
Have at you!
Stay back, lest you get caught in the fray.
Have you lost your wits? Keep your distance!
Keep back! I do not wish to injure you.
How dare you interrupt?
Such humiliation shan't go unanswered. Prepare yourself, sir.
Look!
I ought to thank you for holding up a mirror to our foolishness. We've better things to do than squabble over petty slights.
Aye, consider your lesson well taught. Methinks I'd best reapply myself to my training.
I was most surprised when you intervened in their duel. Did you aim to temper their pride by proving neither your equal?
Huzzah! You've done it!
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods, but I cannot deny your efficacy. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, we need not expect too much opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you will accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought be willing to commence the evacuation now.
No quarrel here.
Days like this make me glad to be alive.
Surely I'm overdue a day off.
Back Batal is not a friendly place for pawns. Each gaze we encounter feels more unjustly vicious than the last.
Take heart, for we are fulfilling our duty at the Arisen's side. We have naught to be ashamed of.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Bakbatol and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I am certain we can rely upon Sir Manella to keep the peace.
Not bad, all things considered. Your current vocation in your service to the...
Ah, I remember you. What brings you to the encampment? 'Tis a miracle you're still alive. Though I dare say that's true of all of us. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you've traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense. But as for his wife, well, suffice to say, Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party, as 'twere. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
Ah, I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the evacuation.
It is no great shock to me. Insidious.
What hope?
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are perilous times to be wandering about. You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own. I couldn't bear to be pressed in among those crowds.
Now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear, come hell or high water. Besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust by now. Helped me out of a tight spot on more than one occasion, if you'll recall. After all that goodwill and the long trek out here to warn us, we'd seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another helping hand extended only in kindness.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. It seems we'll be accepting your offer after all, friend. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Let us... see our charges to the encampment. And be mindful, the path seems much changed since last we walked.
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Sir Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
Nice quality soul. Oh, it's as stiff as boards after training.
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers. 'Twould be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we speak with him?
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you...
There's no easy thing.
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Of course ye'd make a decent request like that. Aye, fine. I'll do it. Seeing as ye're the one asking. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind, but you've my word. I'll get them to safety.
Sir Lamond shall be a boon to the evacuation effort. Let us inform Sir Ernesto of our success.
That's just what I was thinking.
Arisen. I should have expected you may yet linger here.
I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. We shall fare much better on the road with Sir Lamond's arm to defend us. 'Twill be slow going, mind. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
The people of Volcanic Island are evacuated. May they make it through the impending chaos intact.
Tis as you say.
Tis a pleasure to serve you, Master.
I'd glad follow me. You'll see what I mean.
Tis a mechanism for hauling freight, and it looks as if it could bear a significant load.
Shall we hop on? We needn't let our feet do all the work.
Well met, sir. How's the day treat? You then? Do come again?
'Tis a jail of sorts, this place. A compound where we set captured pawns to work. They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders, and little else, you see.
Pray, spirit...
Well, here you have it. They've been like this for a month straight now. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. You'd have more luck. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here, all the same. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in all of this. The enslavement of pawns doesn't sit well with me. I suppose that's why I can't bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good. I'm at rather a loss.
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and so we remain.
I implore you, Arisen, take me with you.
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain, and they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you. But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. It was the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life. But on his way out, he used that artifact they call the God's Way to command the pawns to protect him. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to. But why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Unless... Listen, friend. I've a thought. What say you have a look around and see what you can turn up? If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. It should open any doors you come across. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well. I have a feeling he's still lurking about here somewhere.
Now there's a worthy prize.
Circumstances forbid me from obeying. I pray you... I
Circumstances forbid me from obeying. I miscalculate.
Locked, I'm afraid.
Be on the lookout for a likely-looking key.
What could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
So the pawns were being held here by the power of this Godsway. Now they ought to be free to make good their escape.
Not a bad idea.
So, there was naught left of the Overseer but bones, eh? I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. Now that the pawns are on their feet, methinks I can get them to safety. I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours, but I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. Word. Isn't this the Godsway? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
With this, their evacuation is all but assured. God sways are loathsome artifacts, but I suppose they have their uses.
Huzzah! You've done it! There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. Shall we... Keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up. We prevailed, but... by the skin of our teeth.
Let us pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try not to slip up again.
I'm feeling exceptionally fine.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful. About this one.
summon forth an army of spirits.
Then let us fell it. And grant its servants their deserved rest.
Something troubling you, Master. I cannot imagine why anything should.
Your strength, Arisen. That dragon was hideous to behold.
Pray, call on me when the time comes to challenge it. I shall see it slain.
Pray, allow me to open your chest.
Unless there's a point in it.
There's something strange about... the way time passes here.
Indeed. Aught we once held to be true is now changed.
But who would effect such a change? And for what purpose?
Such loathsome premise. Missions are better cast aside.
Douse the flames before 'tis too late! Tis no small wonder that Oxguards have ceased operation, given the state of things.
A shame, but the roads have grown ever more perilous of late.
shadow. What say we knock it back?
This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together if we are to seize victory. We are fortunate indeed. This is a rare find.
I dare say the quandary of what to do with it is half the joy.
be snuffed out like candles by the cold breath of oblivion. Eventually, the Great Will tired of witnessing this. It sought to overturn oblivion by granting unto it a role, a duty, an identity. I speak of the dragon. By the Great Will does the dragon create a cycle, allowing it to forestall the end of this world time and time again. Yes, Arisen, this world has been safeguarded by the dragon. You yourself were chosen to form a part of this cycle. The Arisen is selected by the Great Will to play the role of the dragon's counterpart. That is how this world is built. The dragon serves to continue the cycle, and the Arisen exists to oppose it. This is the true meaning of the dragon's law. Once, everyone in this world had a role to play. For a well-crafted tale has no excess. There must be a reason for each character's inclusion. Yet, this means that should even one of these characters stray from their assigned role, the tale entire will unravel. And if it does, their world will end. They were granted the role of aiding in the perpetuation of the cycle. Yet, bereft of the dragon, that role has been unwritten. Only nothingness awaits them now. And there is surely no fate more pitiful than to be possessed by the hollowness of oblivion, only to become one with oblivion itself.
Much is clear to me now, Arisen. I am no longer a mere vessel. Your great will has imbued me with a lesser will of my own. Will is power. 'Tis the means to shape the world as one desires. Master! Oblivion fades. This tale's end has been unwritten. My heart, it aches. A new world comes. A new tale is set to unfold. Yet, it seems I
will not be there to watch it.
Made my choice.